Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about the rest rituals to a more balanced life. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. So there are many ways you can go about this. There's like a gazillion ways. Pretty much all probabilities you can do this, but really humans have been living a certain way for a very, very long time, right? Since the inception of humans to now, we've been doing very similar activities. We eat, we poop, we fuck, we make children. We do that stuff, right? We do that stuff all the time. And we want to make sure that one of those criteria that is a pretty big part of our day, like a 24-hour rhythm of how we follow the sun cycle, 24 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours. Majority of the time, we're actually sleeping, right? We're sleeping a lot. Rest rituals are super duper important because we all have one. It's just whether you developed yours or you've been provided one as a template, when you were young and you're still pursuing that one. We'll have to ask those questions as we, deeply think about it. So understanding that to have a balanced life, you need to balance both sides. And in our world, we balance it through the rest ritual and the rise ritual. But then, rise rituals will be in its other video, but it's an amazing concept because, okay, what do you do when you wake up? But anyways, what are you doing before you go to bed? Because you're actually entering another realm as well, right? Because like you're in this physical realm with, the people that you know, but then when you're sleeping, you're not with them, but you're still somewhere, right? You're not, like, it's very fascinating thinking about that idea. Where are you? And essentially, you're hallucinating, to be honest, but you're sort of shutting down. You're in sleep mode, just like how a computer goes to sleep mode. It goes in the screensaver and whatnot. You're doing that essentially, and in the back end, what's happening is your body is processing all that information from the day before, from the few hours before since you last went to sleep. So, which is a very powerful concept if you think about it. So what that means is the thoughts that you're having before you go to bed will eventually lead to what your body is going to be processing for that whole night. Think about that. That's a lot of information if you think about it. And so as a result of that, you're going to be reprogramming yourself, rewriting the code to how you operate, give over time. And we always talk about this, right? We talk about it from the perspective of your thoughts eventually lead to your actions then lead to your behavior. So, the things you're thinking about eventually become the things you act upon. And eventually those actions that over time become your behavior. That's just something you do as a human that you do, your behavior. And eventually when you do this behavior for long periods of time, it becomes a habit, an autonomic process, automatic process. Okay, let's just put it that way. Once it becomes an automatic process, then you just, again, keep doing this over and over. It becomes a part of your personality. Everyone sort of knows you for this, right? Like, oh, Shaquille always does this. Oh, he always eats wings like this, et cetera, et cetera. And so eventually, over time, even longer, we're talking about decades, it becomes a part of your lifestyle, something that you do just all the time. It's just who you are. It's just almost like your ephemeral DNA of who you are, right? It's just pretty wild thinking about this idea. But at the end of the day, all those will eventually become who you are. So if you want to have a balanced life, then we got to figure out how to balance your sleep, right? Think of it from a scientific perspective, look at it from like a engineering performance optimization perspective. So that way, get that out of your life. Like, you don't want to really be thinking about sleeping. If you obviously want to obsess over sleeping, be my guest. But in our case, what we want to do is get that logic and science of sleep so we can just use it for our benefit. We're going to biohack ourselves, and the way we're going to do that is, okay, let's hack our sleep ritual. So what I like to do, and you can definitely use mine as a template, is, okay, before you go to bed, 2 hours before you start thinking about bed, right? Okay, what are you going to be doing when you actually go to bed? Oh, I want to have a nice, tranquil 8 hours of pure sleep, let my body regenerate. So think about the thoughts I'm thinking about, right? I'm thinking about all positive thoughts to really expand my body. Okay, I want to build more muscle. All those areas that I tore the muscle, I want to go ahead and build it more. I want to get my skin more tightened. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling my body, okay, what I want. And eventually when I go to sleep, the body's gonna be literally thinking about what I just thought about. So as a result, I'm training myself. So when I wake up and then I go ahead and do my rise ritual, that's a different story, because at that point you really accelerate what you're thinking about, because all those thoughts that you were thinking about the night before gets accelerated, because now this energy level surge just comes in and you're able to do wonders, to be honest. And this usually happens right before the sun comes up. It's very, very strange, because when the sun comes up, then you might technically feel a little slower than the sun. The sun's already started, the day already started, so you don't feel like you're ahead of it. You want to get that edge like a few hours before the sun actually comes up. So now what I found, that's 4:30 to 5:30 is like an amazing time. So understanding that, that's really the key to your balanced life. That's 50%, and I'm sure in the future I'll make another video of the 50% of the rise ritual as well. But sleep is super important, so definitely get on it. With that being said, guys, if you liked the video, definitely like the video, letting me know you liked the video. If you disliked the video, go ahead and dislike it, letting me know why you disliked it in the comments below. And as always, go ahead and hit subscribe. I like to know who subscribes to my stuff, so that way I can get more excited to make more content. And as always, there's also a notification bell if you want to know when the next video comes. Definitely hit it so you'll be alerted. And if you are able at that time, you can watch it. If not, you can go ahead and watch it later at a given time when you're free. With that, hopefully everyone has an amazing day. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.